Hello, viewers. This is Cynthia and Michael from Screen Reviews. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I will try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. Now, and finally, if you're under 18, this podcast will contain some adult language. So if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. Anyway, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into this podcast now. It's Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th both the same thing. Now, let's start with Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street it's a horror movie about a bad guy named a supernatural bad guy named Freddy Krueger. Now, the part of the story is Freddie had done some. Freddie used to work at a kindergarten school until the parents noticed that their kids have been noticed to wear marks and wear marks on their children. So basically, so basically one of the kids said Freddie, who was a gardener, was the one who's been mocking and hurting their kids. So the parents one night the parents of the children decided to instead of just calling the police and let them deal with Freddy Krueger. They went to Freddy's house on Elm Street and basically burned him alive in his own house. So basically that's when Freddy was being burned to death, some evil supernatural powers, some supernatural being made a deal with Freddy to seek revenge a supernatural being gave Freddy the choice like I was spared for death and gave you supernatural powers to seek revenge on the people on the adult children who did this to you. So basically, Freddy agreed, and so many years later, Freddy sought revenge on the adult on the children of the. On the children on the parents' children who burned Freddy to death, So with his supernatural powers, he get into people's dreams, and therefore use the power, where his powers are most effective, and therefore kills that person's dreams, and therefore that person dies in the real world. So basically, that's pretty much what Nightmare on Elm Street is about. So anyway, now Wes Craven was the creator of Nightmare on Elm Street. So basically, Wes Craven created the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and also he created Freddy Krueger. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street had seven movies from November 9th, 1984 until October 14, 1994. Up to 1994. That's pretty good for Freddy. Now, anyway, let's get into Friday the 13th. So basically, the plot of Friday the 13th goes this. Now, basically, it starts us at a summer camp called Camp Crystal Lake. A not so pretty boy named Jason Voorhees was trying to fit in with the camp. with the campers, but one so basically one of the campers, kind of dare Jason to see how far he could swim into the lake, but Jason was not a good swimmer. So basically, while Jason was being dared, the counselors, all the counselors at Cat and Crystal Lake pretty much was not watching the kids. Pretty much let the kids, pretty much let the kids unsupervised. So basically, when Jason tried to, see how far he could swim into the lake, he started to drown. So basically, when the counselors realized it was too late, Jason had drowned in the lake. So basically, Mrs. Voorhees, Jason's mother, swore to seek revenge on the counselors of Kitchen Lake who let her son die. She did, but she kind of ended up getting herself dead. So basically, what the needs of what the needs of weird spiritual powers that brought they brought the adult Jason back to life, and Jason sought revenge start to seek revenge on the counselors and whoever comes in the vicinity of Camp Crystal Lake. So that's pretty much Friday the 13th in a nutshell. Anyway, so basically, Friday the 13th and Jesse's Voorhees was played by Victor Miller. Now, Friday the 13th had 10 movies from May 1988 until April 26th. To 2006. So once again, from May the 9th. To May the 9th, 1980, until April the 26th into 2006. So basically, that's how all 10 movies. That's pretty much the time frame for all 10 Jason movies. Now, let's see what they both got in common. Both horror movies were both produced by New Line Cinema. Both horror movies were basically the antagonists who are seeking revenge on people who done them wrong, the people who basically killed them. Now both are pretty much are sick, sadistic serial killers. So that's pretty much what they have in common. Now, pretty much they have in common. And both Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street. For Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger was always killing teenagers and whatnot. Some connected to the death, and some of them were not connected to the death. So basically, that's just one more thing they do have in common. Now, let's get to Divot. Unlike Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th is where Jason. The title of Friday the 13th is the date when it's the date when Jason died. Now, Friday the 13th. It's the date that Jason died at Cancer Lake. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street is the place where Freddy Krueger died. Now, unlike Jason, Freddy always kills his victims in their dreams, to turn their dreams into nightmares. Therefore, it'd be easy to him for a kill. Now, Jason doesn't kill anybody in their dreams. He just straight up murder you. Now, usually Freddy always likes to mess with Freddy likes to make a joke and before he kills his victims. Jason is just a silent boy. Jason is just a silent kid. He just kills you with a big ass machete. Now, I got to mention this. Now, both Freddy and Jason use blades to kill their victims. So basically, but the difference is that Freddy used some gardening claws, like those gardening claws you see gardeners use, and Jason used a big ass machete to kill his victims with. Now, Freddy, unlike Freddy, Jason hides his horrible face with a Goldie mask. But Freddy does not hide his face, his burned off face from nobody. Now, so basically, that's pretty much the difference between Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So anyway, all these two movie franchises are both the same. Pretty much, yes. Pretty much the same, yes. Freddy, pretty much Freddy was pretty a bad guy, but he didn't got to do justice that bad guy should have had. So basically, being Beth White was not to do justice that any criminal should go through, but he's been alive by the people by the kids' parents that he hurt. Now, and Jason pretty much got geared into swimming to lake, even though he was not a good swimmer. So, but both of their deaths are kind of different, but the motive was the same, to seek revenge on those people and the people who let them die. So pretty much, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street is pretty much the same, pretty much the same thing. So anyway, like always, until next month, this is Sincere Michael, sign off. 1,